Elijah talked to his horses more than people. Some mornings I'd ride by and hear him out there, just chatting away.
Another night, another meal for one. Same plate, same cup, same silence pressing down.
That man carried loneliness like other folks carry a pocket watch. Something always there, always ticking, never looked at directly.
I was gathering willow bark by the crossing when I heard horse hooves on stone. Not many riders came this way anymore.
Didn't expect to see anyone out this far today, man.
The river doesn't choose who comes to drink from it. Something about the way she moved, like she belonged to the land instead of just walking on it, made him stay longer than necessary.
Those herbs you're collecting at Clay, they for medicine or cooking?
Medicine, cooking, sometimes they are the same thing here.
20 years I've been watching folks come and go through this town, and I never saw a man study someone the way Elijah studied that Lakota woman.
Your horse favors his left front hoof when he walks.
Been meaning to check that. You know something about horses?
Yes, he needs care.
She had hands that could gentle a spook colt or set a broken bone with equal skill. Healing was in her blood.
When a man's been alone that long, even the simplest conversation feels like coming in from a blizzard to sit by a fire.
3 days later, he rode back to that same crossing with a different excuse each time. Checking fence, look for strays.
That willow bark tea you mentioned, Elian, how much should I use?
A handful of inner bark, steeped until the water runs amber.
My sister always could read what an animal needed just by watching how they moved. That white man's horse was hurting.
His poultice will draw out the heat and swelling overnight.
I brought coffee beans there. Thought you might like some after your work.
That Lakota woman started showing up in town every few days, trading herbs and remedies for supplies she couldn't forage.
She had this way of making coffee over an open fire. It tasted better than anything from my kitchen stove.
Never learned much about plants growing up on cattle ranches.
The land teaches what it wants to. You just listen.
Tashina could see the change in Winona after those meetings by the river. Lighter step, more humming while she worked.
Your coffee is stronger than what the trading posts serve.
Been drinking it black and bitter for so long now.
Some folks in town started asking questions about that Indian woman and why Elijah Miller kept riding to the river.
When she laughed at something I said about my horse's stubborn streak, it was the first time I'd heard real laughter in my vicinity for years.
Would you teach me to make that willow tea properly?
Come back tomorrow. Bring more of that good coffee you have.
By the 4th week, those river meetings weren't about horse medicine anymore, and everybody with eyes could see it.
I brought some of that cured ham you mentioned liking.
And I made extra cornbread.
Still warm from the coals.
Winona started teaching him Lakota words. She wanted him to understand, to feel the roots.
Wikahapi pamera. That's our word for star up there.
Wikapi. Did I say that right?
Sounds prettier than English.
The church lady started making pointed comments about decent Christian folks. We need to keep proper company with our own kind, right?
That Elijah fellow was different after he started spending time by the river. Still quiet, but not empty quiet anymore.
Would you like to see my place sometime? Nothing fancy, but clean.
I'd like that. Your horses speak well of you.
When my sister walked into that man's cabin and saw how he lived paranged, one plate, one cup, one of everything tan, her heart just broke open.
You've been eating alone a long time, haven't you?
Never saw much point in more when it's just me.
Pastor Williams' words were clear, and everyone looked at Elijah and Winona. But I saw the judgment on their faces, not the truth.
I could get a second chair, maybe some proper curtains. Yeah.
Only if you want them. I like your honest simplicity.
That night, for the first time in 20 years of knowing him, I saw light burning late in Elijah's cabin window.
The trouble started when Mrs. Henderson saw them walking together through town like they belonged to each other.
My brother Joseph rode into town that day to trade pelts and heard the ugly words some of those men were saying.
Those men in town, hell, they spoke of you with disrespect.
Their words can't touch what we have together, brother.
Pastor Williams came to see me personally, said decent folks were talking about taking matters into their own hands if I didn't do right.
Maybe we should stop meeting for a while until things calm down.
Is that what you want or what they want?
Winona told me about the scar on her collarbone that night. How her first husband died defending their family from soldiers.
I loved a good man once. They killed him for it.
I won't let that happen. I'm not brave enough to lose you.
The next Sunday, half the congregation turned their backs when Elijah walked into church, and the other half pretended not to see him.
I could leave this place, start somewhere new, both of us.
Running doesn't heal the wound, only carries it elsewhere.
That night, Elijah sat on his porch until dawn, staring at the empty second chair he'd finally bought but never had the courage to use.
When my sister came back to camp with tears in her eyes but fire in her heart, I knew she'd made her choice about that rancher.
The morning Elijah rode into town with Winona beside him, sitting straight and proud, you could hear the whispers die in the churchyard.
Let him look. I'm not hiding you anymore, not ever.
We face this together then, whatever comes after this.
I walked, and a decent amount followed. The cost was high, but the price was right.
Your hands shake when you pour the coffee now.
Not from fear anymore, from thinking I almost lost this.
When she started bringing little things to make his cabin more like home, wildflowers, a woven blanket Tess, I knew they'd made their peace with the world's opinion.
My sister came to me and said she wanted to marry him in the old way, by the sacred grove where our grandmother's spirit still walks. I give my blessing.
I want to learn your ways, your language, your prayers.
And I want to learn yours. We'll make something new.
The day they spoke their vows by that old cottonwood, with just Tashina and me as witnesses, was the most beautiful ceremony I ever saw.
Ruth started carrying Lakota remedies in her store after that, and found she sold more healing herbs than she ever expected.
Every night now, if you ride past Elijah's place around bedtime, you can hear two voices saying goodnight to each other on that porch.
Learn to sleep with Sally's is my only company. A coyote sang the only songs that ever sang for me. I built these walls with my two hands. I built them strong and tall. And not a single voice inside to echo down the hall. Say good night to me. Just those words and I'm free. I spent 30 years and meet these stars alone. Say good night to me. Let me know that someone sees that I'm still here, that I came home. She walked in from a river where the cottonwoods grow wide. Of medicine, quiet hands, and nowhere left to hide. She didn't ask for anything. She didn't make the sound. She just sat beside the fire and stayed upon this ground. Say good night to me. Just those words and I'm free. I spent 30 years beneath these stars alone. Say good night to me. Let me know that someone sees that I'm still here, that I came home. I never knew how heavy silence was until she spoke. Never knew how dark the night until her lantern woke. The smallest thing, your voice, a word, a hand upon the door. I can't remember what the quiet was in for. Say good night to me, and I'll say it back, you'll see. You don't need a palace, just this porch and sky. Say good night to me. Slightly I believe that a man like me still deserves to try.